Hi, welcome to Reinhardt Wisdom Show. So for this week, I'd like to share with you on the topic how to stop caring about what other people think about you. So before we begin talking about how to stop, let's talk about why do we care about what other people think about us? Why that happens in the first place. So very often we care because we are seeking their attention, possibly. Maybe we're seeking approval, seeking their recognition, or for them to like us. And again, for some of us, it may be different because we have different background, different experiences. Yet those are some of the reasons why we care. And ultimately, we care because we want their love and we want to belong. And so therefore, we are connected. And that's human nature. In human nature, we want to be loved and we want connection. What drives us to care also is because of some of the fears underlying that. What if we don't get their approval? What if they don't like us? What if they don't love us? Some of the fears that run us is fear of being abandoned. Maybe we experienced abandonment before growing up, that we're afraid that people might abandon us, so therefore we seek them liking us, seek their approval, therefore so that they will not abandon us, right? So it could be fear of that we are not good enough, that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy for them to love us, so we will do things and we care about what they think of us. Fear of that maybe we're not lovable, and if we are not lovable, then maybe we might end up being alone. And also, so therefore, sometimes fear of loneliness as well. So I'd like to share with you 3 ways that you can stop caring about what other people think about you. And this is based on my own experience. The first one is, you know what? People will always have a perception of you. No matter how good your intentions are, how much you've done for them, how much you show them love and compassion. Recently, I've learned that in my own life. I think for a long time, I expected people, I kept doing and showing and demonstrating that, hey, look, I am good, right? I am likable, I'm lovable, and staying true to myself, yet I realized I can't convince them. And the reason for that is because they have their own point of view, their own perception of things. And their perception comes from their belief systems. And, I've talked a little bit about belief systems in my past videos, right? Belief systems are thoughts that we think over and over again and becomes real in our life. And so therefore, it depends on what belief system they have. Belief system also comes with sometimes traumas and hurt that they have experienced as well. And that's how they see the world. That's what affected their point of view. So I'll share with you about one individual. Recently, I got the letter, and the letter briefly just talked about how I've not done anything good for her. That's the briefest way I could put it. Yet for the past many years, all I have done is check in on her, called her, invited her, supported her through many, many, many tough journeys. Yet, when I received that letter, I'm glad that I wasn't really impacted. I was a bit disappointed, yes, about the letter. Yet, I know it's because of her point of view. It's because of her projection of what happened. So I'll give you an example. If someone who grew up, let's say, have an issue with their mom, right, and they're afraid that their mom might abandon them. Their fear of being abandoned by their mom make them afraid getting close to someone. And so if they get close to someone, especially a woman, since it's a mom issue, they will sabotage that relationship by projecting the issue with their mom that they had onto that individual. It became a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So what happens is they ended up, because of the fear of being abandoned, they ended up pushing the person away and fulfilled that unconscious belief. Once again, everyone's belief system will drive their point of view, which will drive their behavior and drive the results in their life. And so that's one thing I've learned recently is I can't control how they see me and how they perceive my action. And so I've decided that I'll just stay true to myself, that I know in integrity I've demonstrated all the love and support to this individual, and it is this person's choice to decide to step away. And it's not my responsibility. So when you understand that it's people's point of view, their perception of who you are has nothing to do with you, and it is on them. With that understanding, you actually will have more compassion for them because of their own experience. That's how they've come about to those perceptions. And therefore, you do not need to give your power away to them. So the second thing that I would like to share with you, it's about detachment of expectation. So before I go into talking about detachment, I'm going to share with you a little bit of my own story. I remember when I started dating my husband, I'm someone who don't really like to wear dresses, and I'm a jeans and t-shirt person, as you can see in my videos. And I remember him wanting me to wear dresses, and he bought me a couple of white dresses and I put them on. And the reason I put them on for him, because I care about what he think about me. Like, I wanted him to think good of me, I wanted him to like me, I wanted him to, I want his attention. However, what I've learned over the years is that's not me. And I had to stay true to myself. I had to let go of the idea that because of what he expects of me, I need to fulfill them. And likewise, the other way around too. I learned to detach my expectation of other people as well. Therefore, I don't really care in that way what they think about my choices, because my choices are my responsibility. And my choices, if there are any impact consequences, those are from me to take on, has nothing to do with that. So fast forward, during our wedding, I remember on our wedding dinner, I told my husband that instead of the traditional way of sending people off, where a bride will wear the really nice evening gown, I did wear my evening gown, but then when we were sending them off, I chose to wear t-shirt and jeans, and I actually enrolled my husband to do that, because I let go of wanting to fulfill the expectation of who I am. And I chose to be in integrity. I chose to honor and respect myself and to stay true to myself. And the last thing I want to share is the most important thing to stop caring about what other people think about you is to actually focus on you. Build yourself up. What you need to focus on is actually caring about what you think about yourself. If there are times that you're very judgmental about yourself, notice it and actually be loving instead of judging those judgments. And just take those as opportunity to learn about, okay, what are those judgments? Where did they come from? Which beliefs are driving those judgments? And then work through those. And that's what I did. I worked through a lot of those self-judgment that I had. I used to invalidate myself a lot, and I learned to reframe those belief systems. And the other thing is, pay attention to those thoughts that you are actually cheering for yourself, where you are praising yourself, where you are telling yourself how well you've done, because with those, you continue to nourish yourself and build yourself up. And this is how I built my own confidence and self-worth over the years. I started really collecting evidence. I did that well. I'm really good at this. And that started shifting my life. So the key is really, more importantly, is to care about what you think about yourself and not what other people think about you. There's one thing that we share in our program. What other people say has no power unless you give them power. It's the same thing. It's the power is in your hand. You get to choose. So it's time for you to stop caring about what other people think about you and start really caring about what you think about yourself. And from that place is to love yourself. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like, and please follow us. And I'll see you on the next video.